the current global economy and digital era, learn or perish is the order of the day for all adults in all sectors of life. As a result, adult education and lifelong learning have assumed great significance. IGNOU as a national university has played its role by way of coming up with the Master of Arts in Adult Education program, MAAE.
MAAE program focuses on different aspects of theory and practice, policies and programs, as well as research, among other things related to adult education.
MAE is a 2-year modular program with multiple entry and exit options. Students who complete first year of the program will be awarded with the postgraduate diploma in adult education. In case they want to continue, they will complete the second year program and they will be awarded with the Master of Arts in adult education.
MAE program consists of 10 courses, 5 courses in each year, 8 theory courses, 6 credits worth, and 1 practical course of 10 credits in the first year and 1 dissertation course of 10 credits in the second year.
Practical course of MAAE is divided into 3 components, namely community based practical activities, workshop based practical activities, and adult education training center or institution based practical activities, and the student has to complete all the 3 components for completion of this practical course.
The minimum qualification required for admission to this program is bachelor's degree from any recognized university. The minimum duration is 2 years and the maximum duration is 4 years.
Instructional system follows multimedia approach. The major medium of instruction is self-learning print materials, which is supplemented by other media such as audio video programs, broadcasting, that is interactive radio counseling, teleconferencing, personal contact programs or counseling sessions at the study centers, workshops and field work, as well as internship at the institutional level.
Those who seek out a master's degree in adult education have a myriad of career and specialization options. They can go further for higher studies, that is research in various fields of adult education, an adult literacy teacher, faculty in university departments of adult and continuing education, extension and lifelong learning. Field functionaries in the projects implemented by state and central governments as well as NGOs. For more details, you can log on to
www.ignou.ac.in.
Don't forget to take admission. Hurry up.
Namaskar. A very warm welcome to all our viewers and to our learners to this 73rd episode of Aapka, Vishwas, Hamara, Prayaas. We have been bringing this program to you over the last more than 3 years, and the idea is that through this program, through this monthly program, we bring to you all the information that is relevant from the university's academic calendar and also information that holds significance for our very esteemed and valuable learners. Because for you, you have to learn and understand not only about the ODL system and how it functions in the university throughout the country, but also it is important for you to understand what all programs the university offers. We have a huge basket of programs at different levels: certificate, diplomas, PG diplomas, bachelor's programs, master's programs, and also research degree programs. While all the other programs are offered in ODL or online modes, the research degree programs, they are offered in regular mode. This is something that I thought that all our prospective learners and viewers would be interested in knowing. Apart from this, I would also want our learners to know that at this time of the academic calendar of the university, we are gearing up for the June 2026 term end examinations. हमें आशा है कि हमारे सारे एग्ज़ामिनीज़ ने अपने एग्ज़ाम फॉर्म्स टाइम पे भर लिए होंगे. हम उनकी जानकारी के लिए ये बताना चाहेंगे कि एग्ज़ामिनेशंस का हॉल टिकट एग्ज़ाम से कुछ 7 या 10 दिन पहले अपलोड कर दिया जाएगा पोर्टल पे, तो आप पोर्टल देखते रहिएगा समय रहते. साथ ही जून 2026 टर्म एंड एग्ज़ाम्स की बात चली है, तो मैं ये भी बताना ज़रूरी समझती हूँ कि असाइनमेंट्स जो जून 2026 के लिए हमारे स्टूडेंट्स सबमिट कर रहे थे, उसके लिए भी स्टूडेंट्स की रिक्वेस्ट पे लास्ट डेट एक्सटेंड करी गई है और लास्ट डेट अब 31 मई 2026 है. द लास्ट डेट for submission of your assignments has been extended and it is now the May 31st, 2026. Along with that, I also want our learners to know that re-registration for July 2026 cycle has started. So those of you who have to re-register, please do so. This is a good time to start re-registering because later the portal gets all crowded and you'll face difficulties, right? This is what is of significance from the university's academic calendar's point of view. I also want our learners and prospective learners to know that fresh admissions for July 2026 will start shortly. So please keep watching out on our website for the notification of the same. Now for the focus of today's episode. We have widely informed our viewers and learners through social media that today's episode, that is episode 73, will be focused on the programs of study offered by the discipline of Sociology in the School of Social Work. Social Sciences. So I would like our learners to understand that we have with us our experts from the School of Social Sciences, from the discipline of Sociology, Professor Rabindra Kumar and Professor Kiranmayi. Many thanks to both of you for taking the time out to address our learners and prospective learners, and I hope our learners will benefit a lot from today's interaction. मैं अपने सभी दर्शकों को बताना चाहूँगी कि आप इस कार्यक्रम के दौरान यदि हमारे एक्सपर्ट्स से कोई सलाह, कोई मशवरा लेना चाहें और if you have any doubts and clarifications that you want to seek from them, you have the facility to call us in the middle of this program on the numbers that are scrolling on your screen. So please feel free to get our experts' advice. They are here for your benefit, and I hope that you benefit the most that you can from their presence. They've made the time specially for our learners. So thank you so much to both our experts today. First of all, I would like to request Professor Rabindra Kumar to take our learners through the existence of the School of Social Sciences and what are its strides through the last few years.
Thank you, Dr. Bhavana. Namaskar, viewer. School of Social Sciences is the biggest school in terms of enrollment, number of disciplines, course offering, and the faculty strength. It enfolds 8 disciplines: economics, history, library and information science, political science, public administration, anthropology, psychology, and sociology. The School of Social Sciences offering bachelor degree programs, postgraduate, diploma, certificate, and PhD. School of Sociology also offering BA, diploma, certificate, and PhD programs. Now we are coming to the new program, that is the revised program, MASO, Master of Arts in Sociology. In line of National Education Policy, as we all know, the National Education Policy emphasis on critical thinking, skilling, application-based knowledge, multiple entry and exit. In the line of the National Education Policy 2020, the MASO provides advanced sociological knowledge, perspectives, and skill to wider cross-section of learners, including those in remote and inaccessible area. In terms of content, it focuses on classical and contemporary concepts and theories, research methods and perspectives, social issues as sociology of development, sociology of health, sociology of food, as also state of sociology in India, rural sociology, education and transnational community and migration, urbanization and emerging concern in contemporary society. The objective of this program are the sociological theory, concepts and methods applied to comprehend the emerging societal concern and their social context, social processes and their interlinkages with global, regional and local manifestation, issue involved in the process of development, socio-economic and political structure and processes of change, the concept of health, role of medicine and idea of medical pluralism, social aspect of food that include social structure, social inequality, agro-economical aspects of food practices, socio-cultural dynamics of diaspora and translational communities, education, urbanization, globalization and related issues. Now the eligibility, who are eligible for the admission, the bachelor degree or a higher degree from the recognized university. Today also the 4-year BA honors with the research, the candidates are also eligible for the admission. Medium of instruction is the English and Hindi. Admission cycle, as already Dr. Bhavana told, January and July cycle. Examination is annual examination we have, and fees the 7,300 per annum. Now we are coming to the structure of the program, that we have the core courses, discipline specific courses, interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary courses. The semester wise we have divided these courses. Earlier MA program was the 64 credit, now we have the 80 credit courses. The 12 core courses are there in the during the 2 years courses, and 6 discipline specific courses, and 1 interdisciplinary courses, and 1 multidisciplinary courses. So the first semesters we are offering the 20 credit courses, that is the 4 core courses and 1 discipline specific courses. The core 1, that is the MSO 101, Sociological Concept and Theories 1, 4 credit courses. Core 2, MSO 102, Sociological Concept and Theories 2, that is the 4 credit courses. MSO 103, Sociology in India 1, and MSO 104, Sociology in India 2. Each are the 4 credit courses, and discipline specific elective courses. MSO E 105, that's the Introduction to Urban Sociology. Here we are giving the 1 discipline. Later on we also include the number of the DSC, discipline specific course, that is the 20 credit courses in the first semester. And second semester similarly we have the 4 core courses and 1 elective. In the rural sociology, MSO 106, 4 credit, MSO 107, Foundation of Social Sciences, Social Science Research 4 credit, MSO 108, Research Method, MSO 109, Analysis and Presentation of Data 4 credit, and discipline specific elective courses we have the MSO E 110, Urbanization and Urban Development. After 1 year there is a provision of the exit, that is the postgraduate diploma in research methodology. After completion of the 40 credit courses, one can exit from here after getting the postgraduate diploma in research methodology. And the third semester also we have the 2 core courses, the MSO 111, that is the Sociology of Development. This is also the 4 credit courses. Core 10, the MSO 112, Development and Global Society, that is the 4 credit courses, and any 2 from the discipline specific 2. Here we have the 3 basket of 3 courses, that is the DSC 003, Sociology of Religion, 4 credit courses, MSO E 114, Sociology of Diaspora, MSO E 115, Globalization and Transnational Community. These all courses are the 4 credit courses. From here a student have to select 2 discipline specific course, and there is a basket of interdisciplinary courses. This we have taken from the other discipline, that is the discipline of political science. From we have taken courses, the social and political thought in modern India. This is the 4 credit courses. Another course, social movement and politics in India. This is also the 4 credit courses. And another course is the media and society. This is the School of Journalism and New Media Studies. From there we have taken 4 credit courses. From these 3 courses, a student have to select 1 courses. And similarly that semester 4, here that we are offering 2 core courses, the MSO 116, Sociology of Education 1, 4 credit courses, MSO 117, Sociology of Education 2, and from here the discipline specific electives. Here the 2 courses are the Sociology of Food, and another course we have from the anthropology we have taken the environmental sociology. From here a student have to select 1 courses, and discipline specific course And another course is the MSOE 119, Sociology of Health. And another course we have also taken from the Anthropology, the tribes in India. From here, one courses, discipline specific courses, students have to select the two core courses and two discipline specific courses, and one here multidisciplinary courses. The students have to select out of the five courses we have given the basket. From there, one courses from the multidisciplinary, they have to select one courses. The courses are from the School of Gender and Development Studies, Gender Planning and Development Policies, and another course is Gender Organization and Leadership, Gender and Entrepreneurship Development, and Sustainable Development Issues and Challenges from the School of Science, and Globalization and Environment, again from the School of Sciences. From here, one courses a student have to select. That these all are included in the 80 credit courses to complete the MA programs. Now, Now we are coming to the methodology. What are the methodology to the evaluation methodology? We have the continuous assessment, the assignment, the weightage. We are giving the 30% weightage to and 70% weightage for the term end examinations.
Thank you so much, Professor Rabindra Kumar. I was actually marveling at the fact that how beautifully interdisciplinary the structure of the course is, and how much scope our learners are going to have in terms of specializing in whatever electives they plan to choose. So learners, I hope you have made a note of all the options that Professor Rabindra Kumar just shared for your benefit. Additionally, I would advise that if you have interest in pursuing masters in sociology, you would benefit a lot from downloading the program guide from the E-Gyankosh website, and you will be able to get all these details on the E-Gyankosh website. So it will be a good idea to get all these details from there. Along with that, I think all the other information related to this program of study will also be available in the program guide. तो मैं अपने सभी दर्शकों को, अपने सभी भावी विद्यार्थियों को ये बताना चाहूँगी कि यदि आपको मास्टर्स इन सोशियोलॉजी के प्रोग्राम में एडमिशन लेने में इंटरेस्ट है और आप और जानकारी चाहते हैं, बहुत कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव जानकारी अभी प्रोफेसर रविंद्र कुमार जी ने दी है. अगर आप कोर्सेज़ के बारे में और स्पेसिफिक जानकारी चाहें, या आप ये जानना चाहें कि कौन सा स्टडी सेंटर आप ऑप्ट करना चाहेंगे, कौन सा रीजनल सेंटर ऑप्ट करना चाहेंगे, मैं सलाह दूंगी कि आप हमारे इग्नू के वेबसाइट पे ये सारी जानकारी उपलब्ध है. आप प्रोग्राम गाइड डाउनलोड करें जो ई-ज्ञानकोश पे उपलब्ध है. ई-ज्ञानकोश से आप प्रोग्राम गाइड की सॉफ्ट कॉपी ले सकते हैं, उसको ध्यान से पढ़ें. उसमें ये सारी जानकारी है. आपके सामने जब प्रोग्राम गाइड में एक एक चीज़ लिखी हुई होगी तो आपको निर्णय लेने में आसानी होगी. आपके मन में जो सवाल होंगे उसको भी आप एड्रेस कर पाएंगे. आई होप आई एम मेकिंग सेंस, राइट? सो लेट अस टेक दिस फॉरवर्ड and see what more our experts have to add to your knowledge regarding this program of study today. Over to you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Is it on? I think, yeah. As already mentioned by Dr. Gulati and Professor Rabindra Kumar, the MA program is very distinctly different from our previous program. One, of course, it is in tune with the NEP guidelines and philosophy, which is to make it as interdisciplinary as possible, and which we have done. As you can see from what Professor Kumar has narrated in terms of the variety of courses we have under the category of not only core courses, but also the electives as well as the interdisciplinary courses. So, and plus you also have a wide choice. Now, what is also distinct about this MA program is the fact that we have addressed some emerging issues that we are all aware of, but we have not done a very in-depth study of. One of which is environment, for instance. Sociology of food also looks at not just in terms of consumption of food, but also how it relates to agroecology, which is also a primary concern given that we are approaching a climate crisis situation. So these two programs are very contemporary and very relevant, as well as we have introduced a course on health, which our previous MA doesn't have. So in that sense, it's a very fresh MA course, and you would greatly benefit taking this course. Just to give you a wider or a deeper sense of some of the courses, what I will do is give you a rough idea. Of course, all the information is available if you want to go online. As Dr. Gulati mentioned, you can go on eGyan and then check the course structure. But, this might give you a sense of what the program is, and this might appeal to you. So absolutely. I thought very quickly I will mention some of the courses and the lesson plan, or units as we call them. So for our core theories, and without which, these concepts become the ground or the basis from where you can understand, analyze contemporary culture, society, as well as able to argue forcefully and very academically some of the issues and concerns that the society has. So this particular course, that's why becomes an introductory course in which we look at the concept of theory, how it is different from paradigm, and how sociologists have looked at the idea of reality. We also have some of the basic understanding which has come about in our classical introductory sociological theories on the concept of structure, function, and so on and so forth. We also have theories on capitalism. In fact, the sociology, the birth of sociology is very much related to capitalism, which has drastically changed the nature of society. So it's a very important part and a core part of understanding society. So we have a block on theory of capitalism. Then we have theories on social stratification. Social stratification, as you know, is a very fundamental nature and a feature of society. So understanding stratification across societies and also in India in terms of caste or gender and class becomes very important. So our introductory course takes care of this. In our second course, which is on sociological theories and concepts, we have discussed topics such as state and society, understanding power, issues of modernity, contemporary issues of ethnicity and identity. And followed by this, we have a course on sociology of India, which actually, it starts with tracing the development of sociology in India. And then we take different scholars and their perspective on caste, family, marriage, kinship, how the class, caste, gender, intersectionality is relevant. And then again, continuing with the same sociology of India, we have a course which follows this, which is MSO 104, which is Sociology of India 2, where we look at tribes, religion, and the dynamics of social processes. By now you should know when we talk about social processes, we think of urbanization, migration, industrialization, and globalization. We also have an entire block on perspectives on social movements, agrarian social movements, new social movements. Among the new social movements, there are environmental movements as well. Then we have a dedicated course on rural sociology, and then we have research course on research methods and so on and so forth. As I said, I don't want to go into great detail.
If you allow me, I'm sure that our learners would want to know this. So, if you permit, we will take a quick short break and we'll come back and we will continue this. So, learners, please stay with us. We are just taking a small break and we'll be back. So, you continue understanding what the course structure entails, right? So, stay with us.
In the digital revolution time, education is one of the priority. Online education is flexible, convenient, can be customized as per your needs. From filing application till the graduation, the entire teaching learning process can be completed through computer, through mobile, through laptop. IGNOU is offering various programs through online mode. One such program is MA in Journalism and Mass Communication. This program is offered through learning management system. You can customize, make it convenient as per your needs. And entire teaching learning process is being facilitated through 4 quadrants. The learning and teaching through text materials supported by audio video materials, and along with that there is a discussion forum to interact with the teachers and your classmates, and online assessment. And this is the standardized international standards for online education being incorporated in MAJMC online program. It has the following focus area: news writing, news editing for newspaper and magazines, online journalism and broadcast journalism, media ethics and development communication, communication research, digital media, and various other aspects of communication process. The entire learning content of this particular program generated by renowned Indian academics. You will learn the nuances of communication with Indian examples. This particular program is 2 years in duration and it has 16 courses. After the 16 courses, 12 are theory and 4 are practical projects. If you are a techno-savvy and if you are able to control various technical tools, wants to learn more about media and communication system, then this is a program meant for you. Welcome to this program.
आप सबको बहुत बहुत नमस्कार। जो भी विद्यार्थी, जो दर्शक हमारे साथ इस कार्यक्रम में आज के एपिसोड में अभी जुड़े हैं, उनकी जानकारी के लिए मैं बताना चाहूँगी कि हम आज आपका विश्वास हमारा प्रयास के 73वें एपिसोड में स्कूल ऑफ सोशियोलॉजी के एक्सपर्ट्स के साथ बात कर रहे हैं और उनकी जो जानकारी वो दे रहे हैं उससे हमारे विद्यार्थियों का, हमारे दर्शकों का ज्ञानवर्धन हो रहा है। हमारे प्रोग्राम के पहले हाफ में जो एमए इन सोशियोलॉजी का रिवाइज्ड प्रोग्राम है, जो कंसर्न्ड जो भी न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के जो भी कंसर्न्ड एरियाज़ हैं उनको ध्यान में रखते हुए रिवाइज़ किया गया है। तो उसके बारे में प्रोफेसर रविंद्र कुमार जी ने जानकारी दी थी कि किस तरीके से रिवीजन हुआ है, क्या क्या चीज़ें इंक्लूड की गई हैं इस प्रोग्राम में। और उसके बाद प्रोफेसर किरणमयी भूषी फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ आवर लर्नर्स वो हर एक ब्लॉक में क्या क्या एंटेल्ड है उसके बारे में विस्तृत जानकारी हमारे विद्यार्थियों को दे रही हैं। तो मैं अब ज़्यादा समय नहीं लूँगी क्योंकि वो जानकारी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। हमारे जो दर्शक और विद्यार्थी ध्यान दे रहे हैं वो नोट करें, और कुछ भी पूछना चाहें तो कार्यक्रम में दिए गए नंबरों पे आप फ़ोन करें और हमारे एक्सपर्ट से बात करें। ओवर टू यू प्रोफेसर किरण।
As I was mentioning earlier, we have some core courses, and I gave you few details of some of the courses. And to continue with the conversation on these courses, I'd like to mention that we have 2 research methodology courses, in fact 3, which gives you a very expansive understanding of what research methodology entails, not only the philosophy behind it, such as, the different methods used, whether it is comparative method, whether it is inductive or deductive logic, as well as, the different streams of thoughts which have created a certain kind and perspective. For instance, the feminist came up with this understanding that a lot of male-centric methodologies have been developed, so which creates a bias in our understanding of society. So we also have a feminist perspective. So these are perspectives which also inform what kind of research we need to do. Apart from this, we have a very detailed, expansive program or course structure which details out the various methods that are being used in the gathering of information. Some of the methods, if I want to mention, would be kinds of data collection, for instance, would be sampling method, then ethnographic method, participatory method, survey design, survey instrumentation, survey execution, and data analysis. Then we also have analysis and presentation of data, which in itself is a part of any research program, and you have the advantage of learning all these basics at the MA level. So anyone who wants to do a research program or a PhD later would have a solid grounding, and you can continue with this grounding and find that, by the time you come to your research program, you'd find at least a familiarity. And if probably you'll also have an opportunity to, on your own, do some exercises which could make these methods and their perspectives a reality. So these are the courses on research methodology, and then we have a course on sociology of development. Development has been an integral part of many MA programs, and we continue with that with newer concerns which are also incorporated into this particular program, particular course. For instance, we take a detailed analysis and understanding of what is sustainable development. We also look at some of the perspectives on development. New formulations have come on how to understand development. We moved away from top-down approach to a bottoms-up approach. And we've also taken many indicators to understand development, not only as an economic growth, but as gender, for instance, gender becomes an important issue in terms of sex ratio, in terms of education, health, and so on and so forth. So human development indicators also become important constituents of development. And so we take up all these aspects in this particular course. So basically, we also offer perspectives as well as their critiques, so it becomes a very comprehensive course. Then we have a course on development and global society. which actually brings it to a very contemporary setting where we look at development in a global comparative lens as well. So we have some countries that we have taken as indicators of how to understand relative, development indicators in terms of different countries. And we've also taken terms such as globalization, which is a term that all of you are familiar with, but don't have probably a very clear understanding of what entails globalization. So we break down globalization in all its aspects, economic, political, as well as social aspects. So this particular course has these details. We also have a block on development-related activities. We often think of development as something which is progressive and that it benefits all. But we also realize that development sometimes can have not so positive effects, and especially for certain communities. You know that you must be familiar with when we undertake development projects, sometimes people get displaced. And so we do have a course which takes a block which takes into concern these aspects. So we have a block on development, displacement, and social movements, because displacement, marginalization often leads to a acute feeling of a sense of, how do I say, non-participation, non-inclusivity, and people come together to fight for their rights. And so obviously it means that we also need to look at movements which result mainly from these kind of activities. Some of you might have already read about in our BA program also we have mentioned. For instance, we have Chipko movement, we've had Narmada Bachao Andolan. You read this in our BA course on environment and other courses also. So these are some of the courses, and we have some elective courses. I'll come to some elective courses. But before that, let me mention there is one more core course, which is Sociology of Education. We have it in two volumes, that is Sociology of Education 1 and Education 2. And both these courses, again, deal with the theoretical aspects as well as the contemporary realities with a very particular focus on India. So in terms of theories, we have both the Marxist theories as well as functionalist theories, and then we have theories that are related, and then there are theories which also talk about how certain privileges are reproduced, for instance, Pierre Bourdieu and so on. When we come to the educational system in India, we go to the historicity of education in India, and then we come to a very detailed analysis of the contemporary situation. So let me, as I mentioned already, I may not go through every little detail, but just to give you an outline of these courses, let me come to some of the courses which we, as Rabindra has also mentioned, we have it in our very first semester, one of which is a course on sociology of urban structures and urbanism. And we have two courses on that. It's called Evolution of Indian Urban Structure, Urban Sociology in India, and Urban Sociology, Sociology. Okay, there are two courses on this, Urban Sociology 1 and 2. And then we have Sociology of Religion. And religion, as you know, is an important part of the society. We have, again, theories and some monographs. We look specifically at some monographs and studies which are related to religion. For instance, M.N. Srinivas has done a study on Coogs, and Evans Pritchard on the Noor, and so on and so forth. Now, we have elective courses. Okay, so these are new courses. So I might go into tiny bit of detail here.
Sure.
Sociology of Diaspora. It's a course that we had offered in our MA program also. Now, you might be surprised to know that India has the biggest diaspora. Diaspora is basically those people who move out of the country, but who continue to feel a sense of belonging to their place of origin. So even though they may not have a citizenship, they continue to feel a sense of belonging, and the influence is far and wide. So it is very important to understand the diaspora and the nature of the diaspora society and how they influence the home as well as the countries where they live. For instance, you know, in one of Prime Minister's speech, he mentioned there is a Samosa caucus, which is basically the Indian diaspora in US. So understanding the diaspora and its various facets is an important part of understanding society in general. So we have one course on that, and a very related course would be called Globalization and Transnational Communities. Now, the reason why we have a distinct course on globalization and transnational communities is because globalization essentially has made available telecommunication facilities. And through these telecommunication facilities, there is a lot of networking and interconnectivity between various parts of the globe, including the diaspora. So in that sense, they form huge communities, and these communities become very powerful nations without actually borders or sovereignty, but they're nations as a sense of community. So they're also important in how policies and identity formations, etc., are, you know, they have a sort of a significant role in that. We have another new course which is part of our elective, which is Sociology of Food. And I think I mentioned very briefly earlier that food is something that all of us are interested in even as a discussion, as a drawing room discussion, but very rarely we look at food through the lens of sociology, because food, it actually denotes more than the act of eating or producing or cooking. It's about how we separate communities in terms of who can sit with who can eat with who. And in India, as you know, we have a lot of restrictions on the ground of purity and pollution, that ये नहीं खा सकते हैं, पक्का खाना नहीं खा सकते हैं, या कच्चा खाना नहीं खा सकते हैं, और व्रत के टाइम में ये नहीं खा सकते हैं, वो नहीं खा सकते हैं. एक आपने सुना भी होगा कि एक किस्म का सात्विक है, तामसिक है, और how they are intertwined with the ideas of caste. So we have a block dedicated to this, but also food is related to the act of growing. So agricultural policies and agricultural practices that we follow have a huge impact. For instance, Green Revolution completely altered the food scenario in India, but it also had a disastrous effect for environment. So we look at both what it does to the environment, certain food policies, and what new emerging policies or initiatives that are coming up. For instance, you might have heard a lot of young people now think of veganism, right, but we look at it a little more analytically. And then we have another elective course, which is the Sociology of Health. Now, as a subfield in sociology, this also has a very contemporary relevance. When an environment is in crisis situation, we have policies which also promote a certain kind of agriculture, use of pesticides. Now everybody is concerned, हम लोग organic खाएं या कोई भी कुछ भी खा लें. There is also concern about obesity, which is a rising factor even in India. India happens to be the biggest, it has the most prevalent diabetes incidences. So all these are taken up, but with a solid understanding of what are the perspectives and what is the way which we can look at health regimes. When we say health regimes, we are talking about different kinds of health traditions, that particularly in places like India, where we have Ayurvedic tradition as well as Unani, and what makes people go for one or the other options. So we analyze choices that people make. Also, we look at health systems such as pharmaceutical industries and so on and so forth. I'll stop here, and very briefly I want to talk about, see, the part of the reason why we gave you a detailed picture of what this MA program entails is for you to take a informed decision on whether if you can take an MA program. But I also understand your concern would be, what will I do after doing an MA program? Sure. Now, one option is, of course, you can become a scholar. You can take an in-depth study, do a PhD program. It's always very engaging. Most of our PhD students find it very interesting once they start on this journey. But as Professor Rabindra Kumar mentioned, if you exit after 1 year, you get a diploma. And with a concentration of certain of those courses which we are offering in the first year, you can engage with many institutions and organizations. For instance, we have a course in urban sociology, which would be very useful for, there are town planning organizations, for instance, there's HUDCO, all of them look for a social input in their planning processes, whether it is in terms of policies and so on and so forth. So the courses that we have, especially our elective courses, as well as our core courses, which gives you the foundation to understand society, will place you in a position where you can call yourself a social science scholar because of the interdisciplinarity also, where you can actually, maybe start as probably as, sometimes they have asked people to come on a temporary basis,
right,
but that will give you a sort of a breakthrough, and you can upgrade your CV. You may not immediately get a full-time career, but sociologists are needed in many places.
True.
They're also needed in journalism. You, even without doing a journalism course, you can actually, with your social insights, you can start writing a piece, send it over to magazines and various other things, because the sociological insights you will have, journalists don't have. I can assure you that. True. So journalism, institutions, policy framers, institutions which work on policy, as well as advocacy. Then you have social work. You have developmental organizations, which are the biggest, takers of sociologists. You have any other thing that you can think of. We have a variety of things. But the best part about sociology is, because it covers a wide range of issues, you can fashion your CV in such a way that if it is a economic-oriented organization, then you can highlight those aspects, maybe do an internship, and then go ahead and specialize in that. So I will stop here and hand it over to Dr. Gulati. Who will,
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm sure our learners will agree with me when I say that it has been very beautifully explained by you, all the aspects of this particular program of study, how beautifully you touched upon all the aspects that would be significant from the point of view of our learners. So I'm very grateful that a very well-rounded information has been imparted for the benefit of our learners today. And learners, I would want you not to stop here. What has been shared with you today by our experts is, I would like to call it a curtain raiser. And I know that all those who are watching us today on this program, they are the ones who are probably interested in the Masters in Sociology already, or are trying to make up their mind. In that case, As I mentioned earlier, it will help if you gather more information about this program of study from our website. Also, I would advise that if you want to speak to our experts further, the contact details of our faculty members are there on our website. I think they would be more than happy to counsel you if you get in touch with them, send them emails or call them. Alternatively, you can also reach out to Student Service Center by sending an email to us. Our email ID is ssc@ignou.ac.in. Since I mentioned earlier in today's episode that fresh admissions for the July 2026 cycle are just around the corner, I would also like to give you a word of caution. हमारे जो भी विद्यार्थी फ्रेश एडमिशन लेते हैं और जो ओपन एंड डिस्टेंस लर्निंग सिस्टम के साथ पहले नहीं जुड़े हैं, जिनको जानकारी नहीं है, मैं ख़ास तौर पे उनको संबोधित करना चाहती हूँ कि जब आप एडमिशन लें तो पोर्टल पे अपनी सभी डिटेल्स अच्छे से भरें और क्रॉस चेक कर लें सबमिट करने से पहले। दूसरी चीज़, आप फॉर्म भरने से पहले जो जो रिक्वायर्ड डॉक्यूमेंटेशन है, क्योंकि सॉफ्ट कॉपीज़ अपलोड होती हैं हर चीज़ की, तो वो सॉफ्ट कॉपीज़ आप ऑलरेडी अपने पास तैयार करके रखें, क्योंकि वो फाइल्स कितनी हैवी होनी चाहिए वो सब स्पेसिफाइड है पोर्टल पे, वो आप देखें और वो पहले से आप तैयार करके रखें। जैसे आपकी फ़ोटोग्राफ होगी, आपके सर्टिफिकेट्स होंगे, आपका डिजिटल सिग्नेचर होगा, ये सब आप पहले से तैयार करके रखें। और जब आप फ़ी पेमेंट कर रहे हों, अपनी डिटेल्स दे रहे हों, जैसे अपना ईमेल आईडी आपको देना है, तो आप अपना ही ईमेल आईडी दें, अपनी ही कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स दें और फ़ी पेमेंट करते समय अपने या अपने परिवार के किसी सदस्य के अकाउंट से फ़ी पेमेंट करें। ये इसलिए आवश्यक है कि यदि किसी कारणवश आपको फ़ी रिफ़ंड की रिक्वेस्ट करनी पड़े तो आपको दिक्कत नहीं आएगी। नहीं तो कई बार हमारे विद्यार्थी साइबर कैफ़े में जाके जब फॉर्म भरते हैं तो जो साइबर कैफ़े ओनर्स हैं वो अपनी डिटेल्स दे देते हैं, अपने अकाउंट से पे कर देते हैं। ऐसी स्थिति में आपको बाद में दिक्कत आ सकती है। आई होप दिस has been made a note of by all our viewers today, and I would request that any further information about this can be obtained from the discipline of Sociology, School of Social Sciences directly. You can contact Professor Rabindra Kumar or Professor Kiranmayi and they will be more than happy to guide you. Student Service Center is there to help you in any which way, and it forms a bridge between the learners and the faculty members. So all the very best to all of you. We are here to welcome you to join the IGNOU family of around 8 million learners. So since it is one of the largest universities of the world, we hope by joining here you will be looking forward to a brighter and sharper future. Most welcome. All the very best to all of you. We will meet you again in our next episode with some more important and significant information and advice. Thank you. Namaskar.